Hello everyone, welcome to episode 67 of RollPlay Court of Swords. I'm JP McDaniel, as always joined by the rest of the cast and crew. What was that audio testing you guys were doing there?
I blame Max. It was Max's fault.
And yeah, it was my fault. I don't know why it was happening. I'm chalking it up to some sort of weirdness with the new setup of stuff because I switched over to like dual PC and all that shit. So something was happening with UX2. We were just having some feedback loops. I just disabled it and re-enabled it and messed with some stuff. We're fine now. Yeah. It's set up the exact same way it was when I came into the call, but I don't
know. Huh. Were you playing? Well, I guess we'll just see. I'm not gonna add to this troubleshooting. I'm just gonna hope that it's all good and we're good to go. And that's where we're
fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Everything's fine.
Good.
You don't speak of it and it won't return.
That's how tech problems work.
Like Lord Voldemort.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's true.
You just said his name, dude. Oh man.
And I said tech problems as well, so fuck. We're just
everything's gonna be fine. Yeah.
Drinking unicorn blood. He's not there yet.
Yeah, we're just doomed.
Yeah. Now we're just gonna have a long conversation about Macbeth, and everything will go great.
Only you would be able to have. Maybe Zeke, because Zeke was a theater nerd. I think you and Zeke will have a.
That was a joke. That joke was for Zeke. That one was for Zeke for sure.
Yeah. The play that shall not be named.
Yes.
Yeah. Exactly. The Scottish play. It's cursed.
Mm-hmm. 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 Anyways. It's been 4 days. I know you guys have done a lot in those 4 days, so I want to hear all about it. Zeke, what are you eating? I'm going to ask you while you're chewing. Mm-hmm. What did you get to eat?
I'm eating a Costco chicken bake.
Yeah, I love me some chicken bake.
What is a chicken bake?
It's just a Hot Pocket, but better.
Oh.
How dare you? It's more of a sandwich than a Hot Pocket, kind of, I feel like.
Isn't a Hot Pocket a sandwich to begin with?
It's a better quality Hot Pocket. Better quality Hot Pocket.
Obviously, JP, it's a large ravioli.
It's a better quality Hot Pocket, if you want to put it in such simple terms. Jesus.
Yeah.
Can you?
I saw recently that.
Can you show the class what you brought to show and tell, Zeke?
Yeah, show us. I saw recently that the guy who invented Pizza Pops died recently. I heard they tried to cremate him, but he was still frozen on the inside.
God damn it.
All right, I've muted Adam. I'm turning off the video. It's just us and Zeke somehow is gone as well. I don't know where he went.
Zeke got punished as well.
Yeah, Zeke, he's gone. Did he go get a frozen one? What is he doing? This guy's crazy, man. I don't know where he left. Well, I guess I can't ask him what he ate. I had Culver's for the first time today. Has anyone had Culver's before?
The first time?
No.
What is that?
What is it?
Culver's. It's this fast food place.
Yeah, it's not very good for your health. But if you've never had it before,
it's pretty good.
Basically butter in everything they have there. Butter burgers. That's they're famous for, right? Butter burgers?
Yeah, that's what I had. Yeah, that looks good, Zeke.
And actually, they're really, really good. They're way better than Hot Pockets.
Okay.
I didn't know you could buy frozen versions of that. I was talking about the ones that they just make there at
Who
Costco.
goes to Costco just to eat the hot food that they make?
Because I haven't eaten anything that day.
Costco makes the best hot dogs. The Costco hot dog is like grade A, like primo hot dog shit. It's good.
You don't mind grease. Their pizza is not bad either. It's not the best pizza you've ever had, but it's a deal, and it doesn't taste like shit.
Mm-hmm.
Is Costco like the American IKEA in terms of the food? Is it at that level?
Yeah, I guess so.
The only time I ever went to Costco was when I lived in Dallas, and I would only go to the pharmacy, and I would piss the person off every time I went through the front because I'm not a Costco member, but you don't have to be a Costco member to go to the pharmacy. So I would just be like, no, I'm going to the pharmacy. And I would turn around and he would sit there and watch me walk from the front door all the way to the back to make sure that I was not trying to go and buy something or I don't know what the fuck.
Or like, steal a TV or
I don't
tub of mayonnaise the size of your torso.
They always looked at me as like lesser human beings once I walked by. It's like, oh, I'm just going to the pharmacy. They're like, what the what are you fucking be a member already? What are you doing? So I never actually bought anything from there.
Pay the $60. Come on.
Yeah. Is that how much it is? It's $60?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, it's about 60 or something like that. If you pay a little bit more, you get the executive membership level, which I think you get like benefits with gas if you do that. And other stuff, I don't know.
Yeah, they were always real busy with the gas. It was always like super fucking busy.
Well, that's the thing is like if you're a member there, gas is cheaper and you also accrue like some sort of cash back. You know, like there's some sort of benefit to going there.
Does Walmart own
I've done it.
Costco, or are they two separate entities?
No, those are competing. Walmart's brand, I believe, is Sam's Club.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I could be
Sam's.
wrong.
That's right. Yeah,
I
you're right.
think they're owned under the same.
Yeah,
thing.
that makes sense.
I think
That's why
Costco
you
and
always see,
Shopko are the same company.
That's why you see Sam's Club and Walmart usually next to each other. Like for instance, nearby me, there's like a Sam's Club and a Walmart.
That makes
next to
sense.
each
It's like the Taco Bell and Pizza Hut.
Sure.
Yeah.
Taco Bell pizza.
Oh
KFC.
my God, Adam! Here's a great jumping off point to talk about something actually interesting. You need to watch Ugly Delicious on Netflix. Actually, everyone on this call needs to watch Ugly. Everyone watching the show needs to watch Ugly Delicious on Netflix. It is.
Oh, I've heard of this.
It's basically
Yeah.
if you took Chef's Table, removed all the snobbery and elitism, and they just talked about one type of food for like an hour.
Yeah.
And like the cultural ramifications of it and like the political ramifications of it. Like they talk about fried chicken in one of the episodes for like an hour, and everything about fried chicken. They talk about like hot chicken, which is apparently from Tennessee. I've never had hot chicken before. It's like super
I
fucking
don't know if
spicy.
I've had hot chicken, but I want it.
Yeah, it looked pretty good. There's one episode.
Pizza, yeah.
Pizza,
Pizza, tacos, home cooking, shrimp and crawfish, barbecue, fried chicken, fried rice, and then like a special one at the end.
It's really good.
Dope.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
I noticed that.
Yeah, David.
Everyone's
I forget his
sub
name,
is
but it's
missing. You talked about this?
good. No. Sub buttons are missing. I guess Ninja took them all. Ninja's got all.
I'm looking at your channel right now, and I'm mine.
Twitch hit their goal, so we're done.
That's right. It's done.
Yeah.
It's like Mormon heaven. It's full. Twitch is full. We don't need any more. We're done.
They were
thought they
only
were joking.
400,000. They're gone. It's over.
I looked at the chat. I
Everybody
thought
else
they
going
were
to
joking.
hell.
What the fuck?
That's pretty funny.
No, I subbed to someone not 2 hours ago, so.
I know it's got to be some sort of glitch or whatever, but that's still a pretty big glitch.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, the episode on pizza is fucking. They go to all the places like Naples, Italy. They go there. They go to Brooklyn. They go to San Francisco, and then at the very end, they go to fucking Japan. And everyone's like, "Well, how the fuck does Japan have the best pizza in the world? This doesn't make any sense whatsoever. How they could have the best pizza, but apparently they do." That kind of happens a lot in the episodes, though. Aziz Ansari is in there. Ansari, rather. And he makes a comment in the fried chicken episode where he just says, yeah, if you give Japan long enough, they're just going to be the best at everything because they're so much more dedicated than everyone else.
Yeah. Like how Scotland is all pissed because Japanese whiskeys keep winning all the like worldwide whiskey competitions, and Scotland's like, what are you doing? That's not fair. We invented Scotch, and they're like, sumimasen, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is very much that otaku thing where the culture is dedicated in a lot of ways to mastery of one specific thing. So it's like some guy will be like, you know what, I'm just going to be the greatest hamburger guy in the world, and he just does it.
Yeah.
And all of the other hamburger guys are like, no, why? I was trying to be other things like a parent or a human being, and this other guy's like, yeah, hamburgers. Only hamburgers.
Yeah, that's...
Like if you watch Jiro Dreams of Sushi, Jiro like he says in it a bunch of times, like, I tried to be anything else. I'm a terrible father. I'm a shitty husband. I'm not a great human being. I have no hobbies or interests, but goddamn, I make a mean sushi.
Yeah.
And that's it. And that's just like, that's how it goes. Yeah.
That's true.
Super weird. Apparently they're making a Jiro style show about ramen, which is just going to be like the greatest shit of all time. I can't wait.
Yeah,
I want to see it so bad.
There's one where they go to a pizza place there, and the Japanese chef like makes them eat this tuna and makes them drink, I don't know what type of concoction it was, but he's like, eat that and then drink that and then have a bite of this pizza, and I guarantee you this pizza is going to be the best thing you've ever had. And like they're like, this is fucking stupid. They ate the tuna. It was like raw tuna, just a giant tuna steak that they cut it off of.
Yeah.
And then they drank this concoction, and then they were like, well, this is the best pizza I've ever had. I don't know why, but it's stupidly good. So I'm just adding places from this show and others for when I eventually make it to Japan. I'm just going to go out there and have a heart attack and just eat some good food before that.
Dude,
Part of the
listen,
reason why-
if you go to Japan, I have to fucking be there, okay?
Why?
Whenever you make a trip, I want to be there with you in Japan.
Why? You just want to see me stumble around in Japan?
A little bit.
Okay. All right, maybe so.
He's like, I'm planning a little. Me and Aaron are gonna have a little getaway, and like Zeke's like, nope, I'm coming too. I'll be there. I don't give a shit.
We'll be in
So
those
next-
little
next
capsule
episode.
hotels, yeah.
Yeah, next live episode of Court of Swords, live from the Tokyo Dome. It's Court of Swords. Let's do
No,
it.
because
Let's
if
do
I
it.
went over there by myself, it would definitely be like a fucking episode of Idiot or Broad. It would just be terrible.
Yeah, but
I don't know. I'd watch. I think it'd be.
I'll go to Japan with you, Zeke. I'll go to Japan.
Let's all
Be your,
go to
your
Japan.
gaijin interpreter.
Honestly, I didn't want to ask, but you're my number one person to go to Japan
One
with
pick, one draft.
Yeah,
because
You just
I
got
think you'd show me
fucking-
the things I'd want to see. And JP, I'd go with him because, well, he'd pay for everything probably, and
it's probably true.
and he's an eater, like me. Like we love eating
Yeah.
lots of food in different places and stuff. So I'd love to go for that reason.
Yeah.
I think it'd be great to have a. I mean, I know I'm going to go on one this year for sure. Like I'm planning ahead. I don't know when it's going to happen. Probably because usually my buddy Eric Fauch's, a lot of you guys know him. He goes once every year or so, and he wants to go again. So it's probably going to be after TwitchCon and stuff, which will be a little rough. But do IRL and all that stuff and document the journey. So I think it'd be fun. But I'm just stoked on the food. When you guys are talking about it, like that's one of the craziest things that people come back from Japan consistently say is that even if you go into like a whatever kind of place, it's still pretty fucking good because it's Japan. They take a lot of stuff seriously. Like they have a level of quality that's higher than pretty much everywhere else. So,
Yeah. Well, it's funny too. There's an episode where the chicken episode. The main guy there, David Cho's in the show, but I forgot what his last name is. Anyways, he goes there and he's the only person in the restaurant. Not because they like closed it for him, but it's because no one else is eating there. They have like, it's one of those things where they have like 6 or 7 seats, and he just walks outside and he's like, why the fuck is there not like a 700 person queue here? Because this food is the best chicken I've ever had in my life. Yet here it's just like normal. It's just like Tuesday. So
The guy you're thinking of, I didn't realize this was the same guy. It's David Chang. He's
yeah.
the Momofuku. He's
Yes.
the Momofuku dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Momofuku's the shit. I went to the one in New York. It's really good.
yeah, he just opened one, I think, in
Yeah.
because he closed, I think, the one in New York, and I think they opened one in San Fran like this past month. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, it's a good show.
Cool.
They got a bunch of other.
I'm
people
sorry,
there.
JP. Where did it open?
What? What'd I say? San Fran?
Trying to
You
make
said
it
some place that I've never heard of.
San
Do you
Francisco?
mean
It's crap,
SF
don't
for
ask
San
him.
Francisco?
Oh. I see. I see what's happening. I get it now.
I see. It's good. See. Nice.
I get it now. Anyways, that's my hot tip for the week. I watched that, and then a stark contrast. Does anyone watch Atlanta, or have watched Atlanta? I watched the first
That's the
season
one
of
with
Atlanta. Yeah, Donald Glover.
John Glover in it. Yeah.
Watched the first season in one sitting. I don't know why. It was supposed to be like fucking fantastic TV, and I was like, it's not bad, but it's not. I don't understand how this won like so many fucking Emmys. So I don't know. One of you guys should watch it so I can see if I'm actually a bad judge of shows or if it's actually just kind of not that great. I'll have to see.
Oh, I just started watching Billions. Like,
Oh,
I
that
didn't
show's so
like.
fucking good.
I just heard about it, and then I just binged like the first season, and then I think I'm like 4 episodes away from the end of the second season, and I don't know why I didn't check it out before, because I mean, what's the
Paul
DA's
Giamatti?
name? Paul Giamatti. He's like a fucking fantastic, phenomenal actor, and I love watching him. And I just picked it up, and it's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Billions is ridiculously good.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. I think season 3 of that's supposed to be coming up pretty soon. They were actually supposed to end that in season 2, Zeke. That was supposed to be the end of the show, and I think it did so well that they're bringing it back.
Okay. Well, don't say anything more because I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. Oh well. It's good. Or maybe there was a season 3. I don't know.
Billions is on Showtime, I think, right? Showtime show.
Yeah. You can watch it on Amazon though.
Yeah.
Also,
Also, Malin Ackerman. Ooh.
Random other show recommendation for you, since we're talking about Japanese stuff, is Netflix Samurai Gourmet. It's not Netflix Samurai Gourmet. It's Samurai Gourmet. Kind of a silly, kind of cheesy show, but it's about a older like Japanese businessman who's retired, has fuck all to do.
Oh,
So he just enjoys his retirement by slowly getting used to the idea of like, I can go get a beer in the middle of the day and eat at this random place I've never eaten at. And it's just him eating food and drinking beer. But you just have to watch the first episode. And if you're about it, then you're about it. If you're not, then you're not.
Yeah, I've heard it. I haven't watched it yet. So,
Yeah.
Dan, what do you watch? What have you been watching? What's your?
I've been binging Deep Space Nine on Netflix.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
There you go.
I've been watching
Yeah.
some Deep Space Nine too. It's better than I remember. Like, it's still pretty bad, but like, there's lots more of it that I'm like, oh, this is like, I don't hate this as much as I hate, like, say for example, Voyager. How far in are you right now? How many seasons you're in?
On season 4. Like the first
nice.
couple
Yeah.
seasons, they had almost no budget, so like there's a lot of filler stuff in there. But once you get to like the main story, which starts about season 2, it starts to get really interesting and good. Like they have like I love how the storyline like goes throughout the entire like show instead of it just being every
It was the
episode
first-
like a reset.
It was really the first Star Trek that did that, right? Like the original series and TNG were both like you could watch the episodes in basically any order and it wouldn't matter. But yeah, DS9 was like, it's about this and it will always be about this, and there'll be filler episodes, but like it felt like X-Files that way, where there were still some episodes that were like, this isn't really connected to the main stuff, but every few episodes would be like, all right, we're going to kind of move forward on this thing. That's cool.
Jadzia Dax.
Mm-hmm.
Do the freckles go all the way down? They do. Or spots, I guess, whatever they are.
So many good lines on that in that show.
Is Deep Space Nine the one that always ends and it like zooms out on the rotating Deep Space Nine ship, or am I thinking of something else?
I don't know that it always ended with that, but yes, the Deep Space Nine was in the Star Trek
Here's
show,
a more
Deep
specific
Space Nine.
question to know if I'm thinking of the same. Is that the show that was on UPN? The network, the television network UPN? No?
I don't
You might
know.
be thinking of Lex, or you're thinking of Babylon 5, I think. But yeah, no, Deep Space Nine was like, it had some characters from TNG. Yeah, you're thinking of Babylon 5.
The
Okay.
couple that came over there.
Also set on a space station.
Okay.
But yeah.
That makes sense. Because I hated that show because I had to watch the final 5 minutes of that every week because Home Improvement was coming on. So I would tune to it early. Yeah. It'd be like 2 commercials, and then the Home Improvement music would start and be like, oh, shit. Grab some food. It was great.
It's tool time.
Yeah. It's good.
That was one of those
show
shows that
was
me
the
and
shit in the
Pop,
90s. Yeah.
Dude, Home
it's one of
Improvement.
the shows that me and Pop could bond over. That and Sons of Anarchy. We really bonded over those 2 shows.
I have the funniest, most recent. It actually is in the past 6 months. I rewatched all of Home Improvement, and when I had like Jesse Cox, Dodger, and Strippin' and all them fly down to see the new Star Wars movie, and they stayed at my place. It was me, Jesse, Pocket, and Aaron. And Pocket and Aaron were downstairs, I think, making drinks, and me and Jesse were upstairs already drinking. And I said, okay, we're gonna watch some Home Improvement because I don't have anything else to watch. So I just turn on the next episode. I had no idea where I was in the show or anything. And it's the episode where the middle son gets like cancer or whatever. It's the saddest episode of all time of Home Improvement. And me and Jesse just sat there in silence as we watched the most tear-jerking episode of Home Improvement, drinking mixed drinks. And we were just like, what the fuck? This is so...
Of course, it was
Wait.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas too.
Yeah, JTT got fucking cancer.
He got something.
The episode is called The Longest Day,
Yes. Yeah.
and its description on IMDb is comedy: the family finds out that Randy may have cancer. Period.
Yep.
Comedy. Classic comedy.
Hilarious.
Yeah. There's also there was a show that came on after Home Improvement, after that episode when it aired live, that was, I think it had now I'm just gonna blank on all these comedians. It was a comedy show, like an actual comedy show with like skits and whatnot. and there's a preview of they show Home Improvement and then show the preview of the stupid, hilarious, dumb show or something like that was the name of it. And it's probably one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Stephen Colbert was on it. I remember he's in the trailer for this show, or for this movie about it.
It's like a skit show, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I think I know what you're talking about.
It was really good. Anyways, what's after Deep Space Nine, Dan? How do you choose? I'm curious, how does everyone here choose, starting with Dan? How do they choose what TV to watch?
I usually go to a show called RollPlay, and then like
Watch
this guy named JP just tells me what I have to watch,
Yeah,
and then I
okay.
just watch those. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is pretty good.
Yeah, okay. It's not a bad idea. Do you just browse, Max? How do you choose shows?
Netflix shows?
On anything, yeah. How do you choose to watch shows?
I don't watch a whole lot of new shows. I do now a little bit. I'm trying to get back into it, but there's just so many goddamn shows that everyone's like Altered Carbon and fucking Narcos and all this shit. I'm just gonna start saying names. We'll see JP's face change. But there's just so many shows that people recommend, and I don't doubt that they're all good. You know, I don't doubt that they're all pretty good. I'm sure some I'll like more than others. But so I take in like one new show at a time, and then just kind of regurgitate and go through like, you know, Scrubs and Frasier and Star Trek Next Generation and all the shit that I know I'm gonna like.
Yeah.
Because most of the time I'm doing YouTube or streaming and all that stuff. I just want to chill and make sure that I have like a kind of nice experience. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe that's a weird way of. I think a lot of people are like that too. That's how I am. There's just so much media to consume, especially with Netflix and Amazon and everyone trying to do their own like originals and all that stuff. It's just like, I don't know.
There's a lot of content out there for sure.
I've been watching a lot of Scrubs lately.
Scrubs. What platform is that on? Netflix?
That used to be on Netflix, I believe, and now it's just on Amazon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you gotta buy it now.
Yeah, my nightly routine now, and I don't know if it's to piss Aaron off or it's because I actually like watching the show. I haven't really figured out where this is at, but I've TiVo'd or YouTube TV VOD'd The Price is Right every day. So I'll go to sleep watching The Price is Right.
Everybody watching this at home, you're witnessing the slow slide into mediocrity of our friend JP. He used to be cool, and here we go. This is it. We're on the roller coaster's on its way down, kids.
Is just
Next time it's gonna be like,
good.
hey guys, you should really give Golden Girls a chance. I'm just saying.
No, look, Drew Carey keeps it hip. All right, it's real cool with Drew Carey on there. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Those people are just so stupid, though, when they could just win every single time if they listen to me.
He's no Bob Barker though.
He's not you 100% right there, Dan.
I think trying to be Bob Barker would be a mistake. Does he try to be Bob Barker, or
Oh, yeah.
is he trying to do his own? He does.
Well, I mean, in the sense that they kept up all the like they have the same microphone. Granted, it's wireless,
yeah,
but
it's the same.
Well, so
same show.
I mean, the real question here isn't about the show, but it's about JP. How good are you at guessing
Oh, I win every time.
the price of common household goods? Because I feel like that's really more the jam here.
That's why I watched it, to see if I was that out of touch with reality. Turns out I'm real in touch with reality. I know
How much is a banana? $10?
Yeah.
I think
It does
Amazon
kind of
gives
screw
us
me
a
though
big
when they put
buy.
like a cook range on there, because I'm like, I have no idea what an oven costs. I don't even use those. I use DoorDash. So.
What's great is watching. I was gonna say what's great about that show is watching really old episodes. That's when the price shit really gets to you. That's when
yeah.
you feel like an old man when you're like, 18 cents for a bushel of carrots. My God, I paid $22 for that today down in the store. And then you're yelling at your TV, and Aaron's in the other room like, "Shut up, JP."
Yeah.
That's when you know. That's when you know it's over.
Yeah.
Aaron, how much is a bushel of carrots?
That's happened. That's happened before, because I didn't know what they had like a cleaning supply, and I had no fucking idea, so I had to ask her.
Does Drew Carey still wear glasses on that show?
Yes, even though he doesn't need to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I found that out. It's like Drew Carey hasn't needed glasses for years. He still wears them though, because of his character, what he looks
Strong
like.
brand.
Yep.
Strong brand.
It's his brand. It's his brand.
No, like I was looking up, like Dane Cook said, The Price is Right is that fucking show you watch when you're sick home from from school.
It's the best. I'm not sick at all. I just watch
The
it.
only time I ever caught it was when I was like,
It's so
there was
good.
no school that day, or I was sick or something, and it was Price is Right and Press Your Luck and shit like that. I'd watch all the daytime game shows. but I haven't caught it since.
It's
I always
still
hated
good.
that the soap operas came on right after Price is Right.
Oh, you have to be quick. You got to change
Yeah.
that channel.
You gotta hit it before.
Otherwise,
that
the Young and the
intro.
Restless theme starts, and you're just like, fuck.
God,
Well,
no.
I'm here for another hour.
Speaking, I just want to call out. Speaking of shit from the '90s, no one cares about. How about that Dane Cook? How about that?
Yeah.
Bringing back that Dane Cook reference. It's nice.
Man, it sucks that they Nickelbacked him. Like, he wasn't that bad. Like, just like Nickelback. Nickelback and Dane Cook are not that. They're actually pretty goddamn good. And it sucks that they got pariahed for whatever reason. Because Dane Cook was fucking funny, man. Go back
It's
and
like
listen to
the
it and tell me I'm wrong.
It's like Guy Fieri, right? Like every once in a while, someone or something like a band or a person will just be in media, and someone will be like, you know what? Fuck this guy, and it'll just become a meme that everyone's like, "Fuck you, Guy Fieri." Like I'm sure he's a fine dude. He's obnoxious as hell, but like he's not as bad as everyone thinks he is.
We had
that's
Aaron's
the whole
relatives in town last night, and we were watching Ugly Delicious, and I was like, "Well, it's not really Chef's Table," and they're like, "Oh, so it's more it's more diners, drive-ins, and dives or whatever." I was like,
Oh God.
"No, don't ever mention that
No,
again."
don't utter that phrase ever again.
Don't ever mention
The
that
connection.
again.
It looks like looking at it. It looks like one of any of Anthony Bourdain's shows, though he got more travel-y and less foodie as he got older and did
Anthony
more shows.
Bourdain's more of an asshole, though. This guy's not.
Anthony Bourdain is a huge asshole. It's true,
Okay,
but
good. I
his
didn't know how
shows
big of a
shows
fan
are
you were.
good.
Yeah.
No, he makes good TV, but holy shit, he's an ass. He's a weird dude, but
Yeah.
his I guess they made a TV show of it, but his book Kitchen Confidential is one of my favorite like cooking related pieces of media.
I have that book.
Like
I
ever.
still haven't read it.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I started reading
good.
it. I read like a chapter.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
No.
I'm not a big fan of like nonfiction like that. Not nonfiction generally, but that kind of like pseudo autobiographical, like I'm telling you a story about a thing. And it's like I'm not that big of a fan of that style, but that and Tokyo Vice are both like really, really good.
Yeah, I've heard Tokyo Vice as well. Haven't read them.
Tokyo
though.
Vice is hot shit too.
Haven't read them. Anyways, that's enough TV and food talk. We have to figure
Sea of
out.
Thieves. Let's get into it. No.
We gotta figure. I don't. Look, we'd spend more time talking about
Talked
Sea of
about it,
Thieves
right?
than there actually is to play. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, come on now.
That game could have been so good.
Man, I'm not. Look, I spent Zeke. How long did we play earlier? 2 hours, I think, or an hour and 45, I think, but maybe an hour and 45. It was Miko, Zeke, and Burke Black, and all I did for an hour and 45 minutes was walk around with my map and just showed it to people, and I had a pretty good time. Zeke didn't have the greatest of time with that. I had a pretty good time.
No, honestly, I had way better time than I expected, and it was because of an amalgamation of things. Because like everybody was completely different, like taking it to varying degrees of seriousness.
Yeah.
And coupled with like it's actually really fun to sail a ship.
Yeah.
It is very fun to sail a ship.
I just wish there was more.
Good. I'll be with you there. They did add more content, and now they're, with the hopes they're promising, after a month or whatever, they're going to have a huge content drop. Whether or not that's actually going to happen, I don't know. I know right now that they're keeping their hands filled with just maintaining all the influx of players and trying to keep the servers stable. That too, I'm a little like, okay, what? You did multiple scale tests and you still weren't ready. Although to their credit, they kind of got it back. So I don't know where they're at. They're probably just trying to make sure everything doesn't catch fire right now. And the next month and coming weeks are going to be very important for whether or not that game's actually going to have any sort of shelf life. Right now, I'm just enjoying getting on a ship with some people that are all about it. Like I've been running with Cream, Burke, and Cletus, and just having fun, going through, hunting galleons. The combination of going back and forth between doing these the voyages and like the stronghold raids and all that stuff. Very fun, very, very cool. And it's been a lot of fun. It seems like everybody's been enjoying it. So that's where I'm at. I'm just going to keep playing it and riding it out.
It's doing really well on
until-
Twitch, that's the surprising part to me, is how well it's doing on Twitch. But I don't know if that's new or what. But Dan, what?
It's because it's such a sandboxy game where like the personalities make it
You make your
way
own
more
fun.
fun or make
That's
it
true.
interesting to watch.
It's
If they're good at role playing.
Yeah.
And I'll give them credit in that, like what Zeke said, it's fun to sail. Like the water's beautiful, the sunsets are gorgeous, everything looks pretty, and is functionally well. It's one of the best optimized games I've played in recent memory. That's just my take on it. Like, have you had any issues? Unless it's like a server lag kind of thing. I'm just saying, there's no performance hit. That's just like the game fault.
I had some screwy issues with VSync locking me at 30 every once in a while.
Oh yeah, that's a little.
Oh
weird.
yeah, you know, just massive FPS.
Not locked at 30. I've not locked at 30. Not locked at 30. For me, it's been 60, and I didn't even realize it until someone told me. For some reason, it doesn't like having the frame rate above 60 when you're full screen. At least for me. But if you put it in windowed mode and then maximize it and get rid of all the stuff, then it's fine. Then you're like 170 and whatever. So they have some technical stuff to messed up. Maybe it's Windows issue. I don't know. Maybe it's a game issue. But
yeah,
I've been having fun with it. You want to sail with me, JP? Let's go. Let's go. You can show a map to me all day.
I got my hour and 40, and I got to go to Weebland. Me and Dan are visiting Weebtown on Friday. We're gonna go check it out.
What is it? What's coming out on Friday?
Tell him, Dan.
Why Nino Kuni too?
It's been resting in your head.
Why did you have that in your hand? That was beautiful.
That was too quick. That was too quick. Let me
I
show
did not
you,
know
my
that was in
child.
his hand, by the way.
It was literally just sitting there on my desk. It was
Okay.
coincidence.
That was great. I like it. Good job. We're already practicing for today's episode of role playing. We're just in
That's
sync
great.
with one another. Yeah.
That's real good.
Yeah. Anyways, that was another longer intro. I think it's time we try to get the fuck out of this shitty situation that we're in.
Yeah, we were just stalling, basically.
Yeah, we're just stalling until we got our okay. We're good with the plan, and we'll see how Adam deals with it.
Well, you can plan a little longer because we got to check goals for everybody. So Max, what are Berg's goals for today?
Oh, shit. I gotta play the game now. All right.
Yeah, get your shit together, man.
Read them back to me, because I'm loading up Roll20.
I actually don't have them from last session because
All right, I will
wasn't-
read them
wasn't
because
at
I
my
have
computer,
Roll20
so
loaded.
tell me what you got.
In a second.
Good. I'm glad that you're prepared for today's session.
So we got to talk about
stuff.
Sea of Thieves, all right? So I
glad
got
that you're
real
here.
distracted. Ensure safety of the child. Fortify yourself for battles to come. Keep them the same. They're fine.
Okay, so why are bad things happening to me? Ensure the safety of the child, and then fortify myself.
I know it was only 4
That
days
was
ago.
scary.
I'm having a block of what happened because that might influence my goals.
Somebody
here.
drank pee. I'm not gonna say who it was, but somebody drank a big old vial.
Oh shit. Okay, now I'm back in it. I remember now. I'm pissed.
There you go. Welcome
Fucking
back.
pissed.
Welcome to the show,
got
Max.
it.
Glad to have you this week. You know.
Good time. Okay. Speaking of urine, Ramus, what are your goals for today?
Find more information about Tulpa. Get rid of the child, and then
That's right.
my third goal is going to be impress somebody with my magical ability.
Nice. Okay.
Press them with my
Sounds-
magical.
All right, Dan. Here's what you do. You get a map, and you make it a magical, and then you just show it to people just for the next 4 hours. Just walk around their map, and show it to people. It'll impress them. Promise,
Okay.
without a doubt.
All right. So, good. I got yours, Ramus. Okay. Kalima, what are yours?
I'm going to change one of them. I'm
Okay,
going
sure.
to swap out, find out what the prisoner was in the oubliette. I'm going to swap that out,
Okay.
unless you don't think that's a good idea. Okay.
Nope, that's fine. Good. First scene,
hold
the
on.
prisoner walks in. What's up, Kalima? How you doing, buddy?
Damn, if
God.
only didn't change, man.
Damn it!
Yeah. Let me tell you my life story. Sit down, pull up a stool. Let's have a chat.
No, please don't. Wait. Can't you
No,
wait until
wait
long
until
rest?
wait until next week. No, fuck off. I don't listen. All right, what are your goals?
The first one is find a way to get Maud back home. So I'm keeping that. Learn Maud's language and communicate with her. And then let's see. I don't know if this is the right way to say it, but lead the party out of this situation safely.
Let's specify this situation.
Okay. Out of the key. Where are we at?
You're in the Scarlet Keep, the Keep of the
Scarlet
Ahari.
Keep, there you go.
The fortress.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Lead the party out of the Scarlet Keep safely.
Okay. All right. Admirable goals. All right. Okay, and then Sully.
Is it even worth making the mortals and the tower work together against the Farang? Because
That is up to you. That is up to you, because the
Well,
immortals are technically in their sanctum and unable to be accessed. But you could always try to find a way to breach the sanctum and stuff. I said it as a deadly goal. You're still working on it. If you get it, it'll be worth a lot. But it's up to you if you want to keep pursuing it. If you have something you think you can do like more readily today, or something you want to go in a different direction, you're welcome to.
Well, I still want to understand a spell of Ramus at its core level.
Okay.
The third one, I don't know if I want to keep it secret or if I want it to be public. I'll just make it public. I want to keep the bracer and rod in my possession.
That's not happening.
It may or may not.
Okay, so are you keeping the Tower Immortal one?
No, give me a second to think of something, and I'll make a easier one.
Okay,
It might just be something
so-
like get out of here alive or something like that.
Is it actually still possible to I changed my goal? Because I was toying with the idea of it after I said it, and he just reminded me.
If you've got one you like better, sure. What do you want to change it to?
It's related to the bracer thing, but just for Berg, it would be ensure no one is able to have the bracer. Like ensure no one
destroy-
else has, destroy or get rid of the bracer.
Ooh, we're
And you
pitting,
want to do that instead of?
Fortify for battles.
Okay.
we're pitting XP
Destroy.
against one another.
Well, I was
Be
thinking
rid of the
after you moved on from my goals, I was like, well, I should probably do something with that bracer thing, and then you reminded me again.
Okay. Sure. That's good.
Plus, that makes sense. Berg just realized that shit's still in play.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. So JP, if you think of one that you want to add for your third goal, let me know.
I think I'm just I have fuck. Never. Let's just go.
It's hard
on.
to think of goals
Just go on.
sometimes.
No, I have one, but I don't know how to.
I suck at thinking about goals. Like every time it's like, what do you want, Max? Just why do bad things keep happening to me?
Which is like legitimately a serviceable goal. It's just it takes a lot of asking and a lot of like inner think. There's some thinking that Berg needs to do about his life.
I think it also comes back to like, Berg can't talk as eloquently and he can't be as sophisticated as everyone else in that regard. So then my goals end up being pretty simple as regard.
The whole city's in the middle of a holy war, so it's kind of hard to come by like spiritual guidance.
We're still just in the shit, right? We're still in the trenches. Like, stop taking grenades in the trenches.
Speaking of being in the shit, so we fade back in from the opening credits on a room in which recently some very serious violence has occurred. We probably start the shot on a dark-skinned woman formerly clad in the scarlet of the Aharisa, now dressed as a simple traveler, but she's curled up in a ball, sobbing to herself in terror and confusion. And we slowly pull back the shot to see the body of the recently elevated high commander of the Aharisa. Lying dead on the ground, and the group of you. So Berg looking exhausted and beaten, though recently freed from charm by your own rage by the death of this thing. Ramus, you're standing in the middle of the room, and I think your sort of swirling spirits are fading away. And then Kalimat, you are also in the presence. Sully, missing from this immediate scene, we can maybe see lying face down on the floor outside the room in the hallway.
Yeah. My final goal is to aid Kalimat in his plan for escaping.
Oh, okay, cool.
Something simple. Well,
Okay.
potentially simple, depending on what
Yeah.
fucking Rue Goldberg blend Kali has.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna get a car. We're gonna fill it with hamburgers. Okay.
Muted.
We're gonna make
So-
her drink our piss first, and then it's gonna be great.
All right. So, so this is the scene. You probably, because of all the shouting and violence and what have you, you probably do not have very long before other members of the Aharisa come running. And also, Sully is dying. So, what does everybody do?
I will start by getting curing Sully's wounds.
Dan,
Okay.
Yeah. Or did
you
you
mind-
want to do something? Sure.
do
That's
you,
fine.
do you mind if I do that so I can get like
Yeah, you can go for
another
it.
cantrip out of the way, or not
Yeah,
cantrip,
sure.
no, whatever.
Adam, where's
Okay.
the rod?
I
and
say
the-
like I think I'm about to, but then you stop me. Like
Yeah,
I'm about to heal him, but you're like, wait, or something.
yeah. That's yeah. I see Sully laying there, and I look at Dan, or excuse me, I'm sorry. Let me back up. I see Sully laying there. I look at Ramus, and I'm everybody's hurt and beaten, but I just kind of put my hand up, and then look at Sully, because I just discovered how to do the vicious mockery cantrip. And it just came out of nowhere. So I'm wondering, like, if I can conjure up something to heal him with. And since healing word is only verbal, I just look at him, and in Draconic, whatever, I don't know the word for it, but whatever the word is, I just say heal. And I point at Sully.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. And so you still have kind of the swirling kind of energy of the cosmos flowing through you, and you reach out to Sully and intone the sacred word, and as if commanding the very nature of his flesh, his wounds begin to knit together, accelerating the healing that he normally would have undergone. Sully, you take a deep, shuddering breath and are returned to life. However, you're still lying face down on the stone floor in a pool of your own blood. Meanwhile, Berg, what are you doing while this is happening? Also, where's Maud? Where did we leave her?
She's out in the hall.
Wasn't she? She was with Ollie. Hall.
Yeah, but Kali came inside, so she's
Gotcha. So
she's out in
she's
the
by
hall.
herself. She won't run away. She's never done that before. Berg, coming out of his rage, and he's just breathing heavily and taking stock of what happened in the area around him, and then immediately snaps to and remembers what just happened, and turns to walk towards Sully, where he's at.
Okay. All right. So Sully, you're waking up, kind of like turning over, and you see Berg approaching you.
Can I get an action in before Berg gets to me?
You could both roll initiative, I guess, to see which one happens first.
Okay, I'm in.
Okay, do it.
A 2.
Well, you had your bell rung. You had your bell rung a little hard.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
He's a turtle. Come on.
Yeah.
I want to roll the other one. Just wait, no, does it roll 2? Yeah, that's. I think, yeah. It does.
Yeah, you would roll 2, although it doesn't matter. So you act first. What do you? I like my eyes open. I see you approaching, Berg. What are you doing?
The bracer and the rod. Now.
I look up at Berg. My eyes are super wide, and I look down to the side on the floor, and I see the bracer and the rod there.
Yes, you look back and forth quickly to see kind of where the bracer is, and it's they're both lying nearby. The hallway is otherwise empty. It's just you in the hallway. Berg, you approach. Yeah, I think the bracer is lying nearby.
Adam, I just messaged you.
on what platform? Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, if Berg notices the bracer on the rod, he'll just start going for it. But I don't know if it's visible to him. I just assumed, it's still in his possession.
Okay, so the thing that you just said that you were going to do, it's going to be really obvious what you're doing, right? Like, there's no way to obfuscate what's happening from Berg.
It won't even prompt a roll.
I mean, he'll see. You could just say what you're doing.
Well, if he acts
Because
first,
Max-
it doesn't matter because he's acting first, right? So
He is acting first. Yeah.
okay, yeah. So you grab the rod and the bracer?
If it's there and I can see it, yeah, for sure. I mean, I didn't know that it. Yeah, did it just fall to the ground? Because if it's there, Berg's grabbing it.
Yeah.
He would have. You were holding it, and then you would have passed out and fallen down. It would be lying on the ground near.
Okay, so let's say Berg says that, sees the bracer and the rod, and just goes to grab it.
Okay. I mean, I think you can. So you could try to oppose. You could try to like push him back. I think you're close enough. There could be some interfering.
Well, if I can interfere, I want to grab the bracer and rod and then retreat to my shell. With the bracer.
It's a good way to get yourself cracked open. But yeah. I mean, yeah. In this case, the thing is like so. Because it's in initiative order, you can't do anything on that.
Right,
It's
right.
not your turn, so you're still groggy. Berg is walking over and he's going to grab it. If you just want to try to get in the way, then you could.
Yeah, I'll just roll over on.
You
the
could try to
bracer.
resist it.
Okay, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I'm
try to get
resisting
in the
for
way.
sure.
Okay, so both of you make an athletics check. Berg, you're at disadvantage because you're exhausted, so it'll be a little more fair.
Good luck, Berg. You can roll first. See what I have to.
Oop.
So 9.
Okay, so at 9, it's a terrible roll.
Oh, 5.
Ooh, but that's worse.
I wish I had
Okay,
advantage.
so
Fuck, I
what
had
does this look like,
inspiration,
Berg?
too.
Do you like grab him and like throw him aside and grab it?
Yeah,
Do you
no,
just grab it and stand up? Like,
Once he tries to reach for the bracer as well, and and resist and oppose it, I just take his shell and just shove it like across.
just like push him out of the way.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Yeah. And so you grab the bracer and the rod up off the floor.
Grab it and tuck it
And
away.
you're like
immediately.
you're looking down at Sully. Well, you can pick it up. So you're holding them in your hand. You're looking at Sully. Sully, you're lying on your back, looking up at Berg. Berg grabs them. He pushes the other way and grabs them. Now you can do something if you want. What are you going to do?
Me or Berg?
Talking.
Berg,
me or-
Berg's done. Berg moved across
No,
the
I think
room.
I did my
grabbed
action,
the
yeah.
bracer. Yeah, he did what he was going to do.
Fuck. I think I just stand up and say, Berg, that I didn't mean you harm by keeping that. I hope you understand.
Or he turns away and walks towards Ramus.
So Ramus, what are you? Ramus, you're walking over to see what they're fighting about?
I see a fight happening. I'm like, ooh. I'm walking over to see what's going on.
Drama.
Drama.
Nice.
Like, how you kept that bracer? How dare you?
I, like, from behind, if we're in Rameson's vision, you're looking at Berg and my head pops off to the side. Ramus, I told you this. You can't play dumb in this situation. You knew I had this. He's just as guilty as I am, Berg. If I am guilty in
Ramus.
some way.
Is that true?
He told me he had a bracer. I didn't know he had that one.
Which
Yeah,
bracer
there's
would I
many
mean,
bracers in the
Ramus?
world.
I mean, are you? This sounds like a lie. It sounds like you're trying to deceive Berg here.
Little bit.
Yeah, Ramus, make a deception check. Berg, poor, confused, exhausted Berg, make an insight check at disadvantage. All right. This deniability is pretty plausible. seems good. Seems true.
All right, sure, yeah.
Yeah, Berg would not make
Berg's
a very
like-
good lawyer.
But no, here's what happened. Berg looks at Ramus after he says it, and then looks at Sally over the shoulder and is like,
Ramus wouldn't lie to me.
I'm his friend. Unlike some people, apparently.
I like how the bus is coming and you're all arguing over who's going to get thrown under it.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kalima, while they're having this little debate, what are you doing? Are you going to pipe in, or you have something else you want to do?
I'm just I take just a quick second to look at my hands, like, holy fuck, I can do magic. That's awesome.
Right.
Just to realize it, like, it's starting to come together.
Yeah.
This is very strange. But then I look to the body of Farsad.
Yeah.
And
face down Farsad. His clothes are like torn from the fracas. He's lying in a pool of blood. He has strange like burn marks on him from Ramus's spell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He looks like a corpse.
I start to undress him.
Okay. Sure.
I start hearing a
look...
guitar.
And I'm not gonna honestly, I'm not gonna stop until he's in his skivvies or in the buff.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm trying to have a conversation with Berg, but just out of the corner. Kalima, what are you doing?
I have an idea.
Okay. So you're like yanking
Ramus.
his clothes off.
Ramus, come here. If you don't mind, if you're not too busy with those two, if you would
While they're just
loan
fighting.
me
wrong?
that bag.
Okay, so Ramus, you go over and you've turned him over, and you're untying he's got like a wrapped sort of tunic thing, and you're untying it, and there is a resistance as you unwrap it, like it's stuck to him, and when you like pull it, his skin and some of the flesh underneath peel away by his chest. You can see his ribs exposed under it. There's something very badly wrong with his torso. He's hiding it under his clothes, but there's like rot and decay. And as you pull it away, you can see there is something like rhythmically like moving under his flesh. There's like a faint sort of throbbing under this like blackened kind of diseased skin.
Oh, whatever that, and I point to it, whatever that is, we need to get that out of here immediately. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take all of his clothes.
You get covered in blood while you're in mid-sentence.
Oh,
his chest pops. And you and Ramus both need to make Constitution saves.
Oh, fuck me. So I'm just like, here's the plan.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
It's a good
He
one.
goes like full alien.
We're
on
just
you.
rolling real well today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Con
Good
save?
stuff, Ramus. Yep. Oh,
God.
guys. All right. So you're both gonna take a little bit of damage, and you both take the poisoned condition. So noxious, poisonous blood and fluid splatters up on both of you. You both take 13 damage. It hisses on your skin where it touches it. And so the body tumbles back to the ground. Both of you are poisoned, which means, let me find the condition for you. Let's see. Poisoned means you have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Is the poison is it poison damage?
It is poison damage, yes. If you have anything
Then-
that helps you against that, then
That I have that ring of poison resistance on, so I take.
you take half. Nice, good stuff.
Oh,
Okay.
it's a little mother, baby.
So his chest pops, his body slams against the floor from the force of it, and you stagger back, kind of blinded. Kalimat, how are you doing? Does it down you?
Is there a way that I can dodge that or not?
You have.
Because I was looking right at it.
You
Is
have
it just too much
your,
of a surprise, or?
You have your thief ability, right? Like uncanny dodge, but I think that's attacks.
Yep,
let
it
me
is
look
an
at how
attack.
that works.
Yep.
No, I mean, I think that only applies to attacks. Yeah, when an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack. This isn't an attack. This is more like this is more like a trap.
Okay.
So I don't think this applies. So you get sprayed with this caustic blood stuff. You're both poisoned. You'll get another chance to Yeah. So Ramus, you see, you see Kalimat
All right.
slump to the floor.
Well, if Ramus wants to act first, that's fine.
No, I think Ramus is. I think the two of them, they're taking a second to get sprayed
Okay.
with blood.
The second I see
what are
that
the other two?
explode, I want to like hastily run to the aid of them, but I want to brush past Berg and try a sleight of hand check to steal the bracer and rod.
He's physically holding them in his hands. Like, there's no way to sleight of hand them out of his grip without
Even
him
if I just
noticing.
grab them and like,
There is no way. Like, that's not sleight of hand. That's
All right.
a whole other kind of magic that yeah. So
Always.
he's like,
Hands are big, strong hands.
I still brush into him as I run by.
yeah, okay.
And before
Push
I
past
enter, does it look like the poison is like eating away at the ground, or is it done? Is whatever it's
It's sizzling a little, but it's not it's not doing anything worse than that.
Sorry.
okay? I'll get to the middle of the room and say, Ramus, what happened?
Is there like a creature that came out, or is it just like it just exploded?
Yeah, so Dan remembers the last time Mara infected creatures exploded. So the body slumps to the ground, and you can hear the like wet cracking of his ribs as a strange, like shadowy version of Farsad climbs up out of the hole in his body. He's climbing up out of the floor, like there's nowhere for him to be hiding, but he's like emerging from the thing. It looks like Farsad, but he's naked. He's made out of some kind of viscous, like black, kind of semi-fluid, semi-shadow. You can kind of see through him. In his chest, sort of growing from his like the shadow hole, is a lotus that is slowly like unfolding from his chest as he climbs up.
Shit, it's that mother. Oh, come on now.
I feel like initiative is the right thing to roll here.
Sounds good. I'm gonna put
me
myself
pop
where I would
pop the
have
order
stopped.
here.
Wasn't that was all the way back to Velemir, wasn't it?
That was yes. This is what happened in the Court of Swords when it all got Mara infested.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's serious business.
So Berg actually, I don't even think Berg has seen this.
No, we haven't seen it in a very long time.
Yeah,
Ramus wouldn't have even seen it, right?
None of us have seen this. Yeah, as
Correct.
characters, none of us have seen this.
As characters, yeah. Of course, as players. Yeah. Let me roll initiative here, quick. Go down.
Oh, I suppose I have to roll it to do death saves.
Yeah, so we know when that's happening.
Oof.
Oh, you just got knocked out, huh? Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah, he got knocked out by the pop.
Pardon me. Decent initiative.
Okay. Sully, Ramus, Berg,
Shadow Beast rolled a
Kalimata.
21.
Oh, you didn't have your token. Okay, I see. You just didn't have your token. I could do it manually. What'd you get, Kalimata?
7.
Yep.
All right. In this case, that's great because it gives everybody else. Well, okay, it gives Berg. Everybody got a 7 except Berg and the Shadow Beast.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Ramus, I think the shadow emerges and just like goes after you.
Okay,
So,
I'll give its first
Takes
attack disadvantage with warding flare.
okay, all right. So just barely, it comes out and you just blast it, and its first swipe goes wide, slashes across the wall. It gets another claw attack. So these big, long, spindly shadow claws. That one misses, and then its last attack is a bite.
You have 18 AC?
19 now.
19. So just
'cause
like
the
an
ring.
unrelenting claws and bite, and yeah, you're hiding behind your shield. You're covered in goo that's slowly burning you, but it doesn't hurt you because poison only affects your attack rolls and ability checks, not anything anybody else does. Okay, all right. So it comes out angry and hissing, and its jaw kind of like splits open, big sharp teeth, tries to bite you. You jam your shield, cast the spell to try to keep it back, and you've got it tied up. Berg, what do you want to do?
Immediately go into regular rage and go attack him. I believe I can operate normally because it's not that far away. Although exhaustion, so fuck.
Now, Adam, with the bracer and rod in his hand, what does he have to drop?
He does. He does. No, I mean that's fair. Chat voice notwithstanding.
What does he have to drop?
He does
there?
have. He does have. You are holding the rod and the bracer. Now, if you want to, you can use the rod as a bludgeoning weapon, a one-handed bludgeoning weapon, or you could drop them, or you can put them away as your action as you run over.
I will put them away as an action as I run over.
Okay, so you move and then you tuck them
Rage.
away into your bag.
Yeah.
Okay, rage is a bonus action. Move, put things away. How far can you move?
Right now, 20 feet.
Okay, so you're
Yeah,
staggering towards yet another battle.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay,
So I'll be
go
right
ahead.
here.
Go ahead and move. Now, y'all as a group get to decide. Ramus, Kalimat, Sully, Huffa, what order do you go in? I assume you want Kalimat to go last?
Ramus can
Yes.
go first. I'll go second.
All right. My turn first. I'm going to bonus action heal Kalimat with Healing Word.
Okay.
And I look at the corpse like, this is how you do it, amateur. I heal you for
Okay.
saying the divine word of the tower to knock you back to life.
Okay. Your
And then
suffering is not yet done, Kalimat. The tower returns you to life.
And then my action, I'm going to use Channel Divinity, Radiance of the Dawn, to hit it for 18 Radiant if it fails a con save, or half of that if it succeeds.
Nice.
On save. All
Failed.
right. It gets 15, so it fails. And it takes, how much did you say?
18 Radiant.
Fantastic. Okay. All right. So yeah, the too strong halogen illumination that bursts forth from Ramus causes everybody to wince and like look away for a second, and it burns the creature's shadowy form, and it hisses and snarls angrily at you. Anything else you want to move?
No, I'll stay where I am. I'll tank it.
Okay. Make another con save
Okay.
to resist the poison. No, you
13.
are still poisoned. Still poisoned, I'm afraid. Here, I'll put a little green dot on the.
We have to beat the poison.
Only they do.
Yeah, they get a reroll every at the end of every turn to try to
What
unpoison
do they have
themselves.
to roll unless we don't know? Is that the...
Oh, you don't know? No.
Okay. That's what just making sure.
Okay, Sully.
Can I hit this thing with magic missile? Because I can direct those. to
Yeah, you
attack?
can see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was with the two in the way. Yeah, I'll just move up and line up with that and just magic missile spell level 1. He takes 9 force damage.
Okay,
Bad roll.
sounds good.
All
right.
And then that's the roll. And can I make a perception check to see if I notice any other noises outside? Potentially, if there's guards coming, or is that too meta?
That would be an action, right? To
Okay.
choose to use one of your skills to like stop and like listen and.
That makes sense.
Okay, Kalimat, it's your turn.
Okay, so I just got fucking acid spit on me. Now, am I poisoned? Does this start
Yes, you're
poisoning
poisoned.
over time or something?
Yeah. No, you're so the poison won't deal any more damage, but
Okay.
the poison does it does mean that you are like disadvantage for stuff.
Attack
okay.
rolls and ability checks.
Gotcha. All right, cool. Let me see here. Okay, good, cool. I would have to disengage, right, in order to get away from this guy, or is he?
Yeah,
He's-
you're in his in
Okay.
his range.
Okay, so I will use my cunning action to disengage. I will
Okay.
hold fucking wipe the shit off my face as I'm going, and I just start right there. I start just speaking to myself, and something clicks. It another thing feels right, and I turn around and I look at the guy and I start this language I can't understand, I start speaking to him in very, very quiet, like whispering. Just and dissonant whispers is the spell that is actually is. So I'll put that in the chat right there.
Okay.
And it's DC 15 Wisdom save. It doesn't negate actually. It halves the damage. If he makes the save, it halves the damage. But if he fails the save, he takes all the damage, and then he has to run away from me personally, whatever direction that is.
Okay. So it's a wisdom save. He has advantage on this save.
Oh, he does. Okay.
So he gets it. Yeah. He has advantage.
Damn
on this.
it.
He gets it. Yep.
Okay. Let's see. Failed save.
But he takes 5 damage, right?
Yeah, it takes half. Right.
On a successful save, the target takes half as much damage and doesn't have to move away. Yep.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. So he takes the damage. You can see it. He turns his head and and looks at you, and you feel like a shiver. Like he noticed you, but he's not as affected as you might hope. Let's have you roll your con save. See if you're unpoisoned.
Okay.
Good luck.
13.
You're still poisoned. Yeah, still poisoned. Yep.
That.
Yep. So you like stagger, hand on the wall. Not doing so good. Okay. All right. So the Shadow Beast. Let me just do a quick check on his abilities before I decide what to do here. This works on one person. Oh, 30-foot cone. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Cool.
We're pretty coney.
Let's see. So 30 feet out.
Like,
Yeah, so the three of you and not Ramus, I guess, will all get hit by this.
fantastic.
I need all three of you to make a DC 15 wisdom save, I think. Wisdom save, please.
Why is it always got to be wisdom?
I kind of want to use inspiration on this.
I don't have any inspiration that I am aware of.
I'm gonna
Did you
use
say all of us make a wisdom save?
the three of us, yeah.
Yes, that's right.
Hey, that's not bad. Double 16s.
Thank God for inspiration.
Okay, so Sully and Berg, you're fine. Kalima, wisdom save from you.
I'll do inspiration too.
I'm actually
Damn it.
stunned that I rolled 2 16s with a -2.
Yeah.
Nice, good job. Okay, so nobody's affected by the spell.
And I hold up a middle finger to the Shadow Beast.
Do I know what spell it was?
Make an art. You can. I mean, he's casting a spell. It's an innate ability, but yeah, make an Arcana check.
And Ramus doesn't have to make a save?
10.
No, Ramus isn't in the cone. He fires the cone along the wall,
Oh,
and
it's a
Ramus is too
cone.
close. Yeah, so it's like basically like this, and it doesn't
With a
get
10,
Ramus.
do I know anything?
Missed that part.
The 10, no. I think all three of you see on the wall to your, I guess if you're facing him, the wall to your left.
Yeah.
Even though the room's light is pretty evenly distributed by a lantern that's hanging in the middle of the room, you see dancing like shadow puppet figures kind of moving along the walls. But before they can congeal into anything solid, they vanish, and the beast snarls and turns back to Ramus.
So would that be a spell
Berg?
that Berg would be? Because then Danger Sense would definitely play.
No, it's not like that. It's a mental affecting spell. That's just a byproduct of the.
Just want to double check that.
Yeah. Of the,
Berg's gonna run up there and start smacking.
okay. Now you on your last turn you activated rage. You moved. You didn't attack or get attacked. Like you didn't take any damage. So your rage goes away, right? Beginning of this turn.
Yeah,
Maybe.
you decided to put that bracer and rod in your bag.
I think that it does.
Worth.
Let's see. It ends early if your turn ends and you haven't attacked a hostile creature since your last turn or taken damage since then. So no, you do have this. You have this turn, I think, to attack.
No. I was gonna say that doesn't sound right because we've had it before.
Yeah,
where
it's a full turn. That's the text there. So it ends at the end of this turn. if you hadn't attacked. So yeah, you're
Nice
good.
try making my day worse, Adam.
And he was not
Yeah,
attacked.
Adam,
It's
jeez.
they take damage. So this is Berg. So
Okay. So we're good. Here's first attack.
oh yeah, wait, hold up.
He was raged
oh.
from the fight before, no?
No. So
it's
your
not.
rage is done. It is done because let me see. Since your last turn, no, you're fine. Just go. Well, I'll read it more closely later. You got a
Should I roll
23. You
damage?
hit. Do the thing.
Cool.
Yes.
17 to or 5 psychic, 17 total.
Okay.
Sure, he's resistant to bludgeoning.
Let's see. All right. So you deal him some damage, and yeah, as you anticipate, he's kind of amorphous and ephemeral. So
Yeah,
you
that's like
you
introducing
swing and
himself.
you catch something in there, but yeah. So, and, okay. All right. Cool.
And
You have a second attack.
I'm rolling at disadvantage though for attack rolls, right?
Yes,
attack
because you're
roll?
exhausted.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
your second one misses.
Fair enough.
Okay. All right. Ramus, Sully, or Kalimat in whatever order you'd like to go in.
I think after we see Berg hit that, is there any indication that that thing's, dying? Is it suffering?
I mean, you're swinging weapons through it, and its form is wavering between physical and amorphous. But yeah, you're hurting it. It's being damaged.
Okay. I look at, or I just kind of shout above the room. What is our escape plan when this creature dies? Just asking. I'm like preparing a spell as I'm doing that.
Well, let's kill the thing first.
Too
One thing at a
busy
time.
holding it back.
Yeah, I understand, Ramus, and I'll shoot another. Actually, I'm gonna save some spells. I'm gonna firebolt it. So 18, does that hit?
It does. Yes.
What the fuck? 8? That's so much better than magic missile.
Cantrips get better and better as you level up.
Yeah, level 5. I've never used that.
So yeah, conjure up a bolt of flame, hurl it at the thing, and it hisses it, burns away its shadow flesh, and it hisses and steams.
Okay. The other two, you need to go. Ramus.
Yeah.
and Alex.
Yeah. So Berg went. So Sully's done. Yeah. So Ramus or Kalimat.
I'll go ahead and use my second channel divinity and blast it again with radiant
Same thing.
damage.
All
Yep.
right.
Where's the spell? There's Cat.
Oh,
Jesus, high roll.
good
Damn,
fucking
son.
roll, man.
Nice. 27 damage.
You rolled
Awesome.
one off
And
max damage.
its save is very poor. So you blast it with further light. The room becomes suddenly very high contrast for a moment and then fades.
All right.
Cool. Ramus,
Did you
make
say
your
that-
con save. No, it's definitely still up. Yeah.
Okay.
9. Nope.
Okay, so Ramus still
Fucking
poisoned.
poison.
Okay. And do you make the con save at the end of your turn, or?
Yes, it goes at the end of your turn.
Okay. So I try to do the same thing again. I try to do I try to whisper at it again,
Yeah.
but it because I don't know anything about like spells per day or whatever that shit. So I'm trying to like conjure up the same thing I did last time, and it's just fucking out of reach, and I can't quite do it.
Yeah.
And then I take my move. Now the poison doesn't affect my movement, right?
No, only attack rolls and ability rolls.
Okay, cool. Then I will head out to the hall and go find Maud.
Cool.
Yeah.
Go ahead and move yourself out into the hallway. Oh, hello there. Halt right there, criminal scum. So you see a group of Aharisa like guards coming down the hall towards you.
Yep. And since I've just used my move, and Probably my action. Because I tried to cast a spell and I couldn't. I mean, role-playing wise?
Yeah, I mean, like RP wise, but you still have your action for sure.
Okay. I will look at them, and hopefully they can see like all this blood and shit on me. And I look at them, and I just go, "Oh, thank the gods you're here. Farsad has been possessed by a demon. He's in there. Help!"
Make a persuade check. Yeah, make a persuade check. Make it a disadvantage.
Do you have
DC's
inspiration or
gonna be-
anything, Zeke?
No, I used it for the wisdom save.
Can anyone give him? We can give inspiration, right? No, that's not a thing. I don't think that's.
Yeah. If you have inspiration, you can give it to someone else.
Does anyone have inspiration to give him?
Inspiration from, man. I feel like I've used mine all.
I don't. I used mine earlier.
He held on to it for a while.
Dude,
So
I'm
DC
such a good performer. I'll nail it.
It's gonna be 14 at disadvantage.
It's a pretty important role, is all I'm saying.
Okay, performance.
DC 14.
Okay.
Yeah.
At disadvantage.
So they're like,
Is
they
that
don't believe you.
Is that due to the poison?
Yeah, it's from the poison.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're like, no, wait, there's a demon. This is possessed by a demon. And they look at you like, what? Like bullshit. They don't believe you.
But it was persuasion, not performance. But it doesn't matter.
Same bonus. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's not
Same
the same
bonus.
bonus.
No,
He gets a 12,
What do you-
but he doesn't. He doesn't.
you don't have a plus.
it
You don't have
would've
like a.
Yeah.
What's your
Sorry.
bonus for persuasion?
Plus 10.
It doesn't save.
But it
So
wouldn't have made it.
It still wouldn't have been 14.
yeah.
Yeah, it would have been 12.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. So they stop confused. Like, what the hell's going on?
Just so I know.
Make your con save. Make your con save.
All right.
I wish
All right,
that
con
poison-
save. Here we go.
Oh,
Ooh,
okay, there
nailed
we
it.
go.
Nice. Okay. So you're no longer poisoned. You still feel shitty, but you don't
Wait a
feel
minute.
like mechanically
minute.
shitty.
Is that at disadvantage with the poison?
No. The save to
Oh,
recover isn't a disadvantage. Yeah. That would make this poison very very bad. You'd never not be poisoned.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're fine. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So the shadow beast. I guess he's probably just gonna attack. So he'll
Man, I
Attack
rolled bad.
Yeah. You
Berg this time. So Berg.
You realize?
I'm through. Ain't got shit. What's up?
Claw.
Oh. Nah.
that
Claw.
hits.
Okay,
Alright, last
so
one
its
hit.
second claw hits you, and you take 19 slashing damage. But you're raged, so it's 9.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, Berg, it's your turn.
Okay. Quick question about just so that way I know for sure with my hammer. Not magical, or I mean, it is magic shit going on, but like when I hit it, because the last apology, like, yeah, it would actually.
The apology of
know,
Emperor
so
Fey.
myself.
Yeah, the apology of Emperor Fey was in every conceivable normal way a magic weapon.
Right.
The conduit, Tulpa's conduit, is a special weapon, but it is not magical in the same way that
In the same with the apology.
we don't have D&D doesn't have language to describe the thing that that it is.
Yeah, it's like a
still
hack
special.
weird- Exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want that for me to know exactly the and for chat also because they won't stop talking about it. So,
Yeah.
all right.
Okay.
Let's attack.
Do it. It's a hit, no problem.
All right. 17, 18, 19 total, 6 psychic.
Okay, cool.
Second attack.
All right, and your second attack.
Probably a miss.
No, that one's a hit too.
Oh, sick. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 total, 4 psychic.
So 10 of that is, and then another 4. Okay, great.
When I'm hitting it with the
Hammering away at
psychic,
him.
am I feeling that like on the psych? Like I can tell. Am I getting any sort of reaction? And
Yeah, like the actual swinging the weapon through it is it's a physical object just passing through this semi-corporeal shadow.
Inevitable, right.
But it does have a resonance to it that is disrupting the thing's existence. So
Right.
yeah, it's coming apart. You can
With the
feel
swing, like,
that.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, you can feel that part is definitely to further clarify. Yes, it is resisting the bludgeoning stuff, the psychic is having its full effect. All right, Sully, Ramus, Kalimat.
We hear what Kalimat says to these guards, right? Or says to someone.
Sully, what's your passive perception?
12.
Okay. You heard Kalimat say something. Kalimat talked to somebody in the hallway. Maybe you also heard the sounds of like booted footsteps coming down the hall, but no one else heard anything because they have shadow noise in their ears.
So the door is open, still it's shattered. I turn and see Kalimat.
Yeah, there is no
standing there
door, really.
facing someone else.
Yeah.
And say,
The door is a former door.
Kalimat, what are you doing? Who are you talking to?
I don't answer. I collapsed. I tried to sell my thing. I
Yeah,
failed.
Kalimat he's method. He's not going to respond.
He's just so immersed. He's an actor.
What is the extent of minor illusion in terms of its auditory ability? Can it say a sentence or does it just say noises?
Don't you have message?
I'm not trying to send a
minor
message.
illusion.
Yeah. Here, I'll paste it.
Post it in the chat. You may create a sound. Its volume can range from a whisper to a scream. It can be your voice, someone else's voice, any other sound you choose. It continues unabated through the duration or make discrete sounds at different times before it ends. Yeah, I think you can have the sound of a voice saying stuff. But then is ventriloquism still a thing?
I have no idea.
No, it's no longer a spell. So yeah, I think that probably covers the ventriloquism spell.
I'm just gonna do this, I guess. I will create an illusion of the person that died 5 seconds ago that this thing sprung out of its chest.
Farsad?
Farsad, yeah, sorry.
Okay.
And since I have malleable illusions, I will have it walk out the door and then say the words. What
I'm
would
fine. Everything's fine here.
No, I'm trying to
How are
think
you?
like, because they're generals, or
Well,
they're
counter
guards,
anyway.
but I don't know what they would immediately.
I think an illusion of a person walking out and saying something goes beyond what minor illusion can do. Like you could create an image and a sound, but like moving it and like what's the next tier up of illusion?
I have this,
of illusions
and I have
spells?
this. Does that not make it so I
Yeah.
can do that?
So you can create both a sound and image with a single casting, and you can use your action to change the nature, which would be like moving it. Yeah, I wonder. Let me just look
Here's
at
major.
like,
Here's the
comparative.
next term, or the next tier is major illusion.
Yeah, and that's because you can't replicate anything that this can do. So anything this can do is off the table unless you cast this spell. Image
What
of
were
an
we gonna say,
object,
Dan?
creature, no longer-
The way it works is your first action on this turn would be to summon the illusion, but you couldn't make it move until your next turn, until they make it like walk away.
I think that's reasonable, right? Okay.
So I could spawn it in the door. I mean, they're gonna see the fucking dead body. This is probably just a bad idea to begin with.
Yeah, anywhere within 30 feet of you, you can create an illusion of Farsad.
Yo, Farsad's body is just ripped the fuck open like it's a chest burster.
If they get to the door, it's bad.
Yeah, if they see into the room.
All right, I apologize. It took too much time. I'm just gonna firebolt it again. 17.
No, it's totally fine. Yeah.
Does that hit?
17's a hit. Yep.
Just don't kill it though. They need evidence. I want the guards to see the thing.
All right, so Sully, that's your turn. Ramus.
I'm going to cast Sacred Flame at it.
Okay.
And
DC
it dies
17
immediately.
Dexterity
Love.
save.
Oh,
Okay. It fails. It takes 12, and it evaporates.
I knew it.
So you just like reach out your hand, you touch it, and it like turns to smoke and dust and disappears.
My
like
character is just trying to kill it because all he knows is that something is trying to kill him right in front of him. He doesn't know the
It's
guards.
bad. It's a bad shadow. So make make your poison save. It had exactly 12 hit points too.
Jesus.
Well, we're going to jail.
Still poisoned.
Get those guards in here. I want to attack them. Keep that rage going.
We'll kill our way out. Okay, so Ramus, you're still nauseous and like not feeling so hot. Yeah, so you're not doing good. And and so you're like feeling nauseous, but you kill the thing. It dissipates and vanishes. Farsad's body lying on its back, its shirt torn off, its his turban pulled loose, his clothes lying kind of scattered on the floor, blood everywhere, and then his chest is all like black and his ribcage like broken open.
Hey, nice ace in the hole. We still got Piss Drinks McGee as a witness. So
Kalimat,
Do we? Is she even
the
here?
guards.
she's
The guards
puking in
the
corner.
guards approach you. She's comatose over in the corner. She's just like rocking back and forth like
She's seen enough
terrified.
to give us, a testimony.
She's seen enough to unhinge her. Yep. So the night these guys have like great swords, big long like horsemen's like scimitars. So they don't draw the sword and point it at you. But this one runs over and he kneels down because he's still concerned, right? He's still like, "Are you all right? What's happened here?" So he comes over to you and he kneels down and looks at you. He's a human, dark skinned, wearing the turban and the armor and stuff. And he kneels down and he looks at you and he says,
Don't touch me. Don't
what
touch
happened?
me.
Are you? And he sees the like black stuff on you. He puts his hands up, and then he looks at this other dude who comes to the door, and he looks through the door, and we just get a reaction shot of his face. And he looks. He's like, "What's going on?" And he turns back and he draws his sword and like points it at you. And the other guards, in response, they see this guy draw the sword. They point their spears, and now everyone's on high alert. Like, "Oh fuck, what's going on?" It is your turn, Kalimat, so you can act if you want to.
Okay.
Oh, he gonna act.
Yes, I would hope so.
Yeah.
Let me just add these guys to the order, in case it matters.
I'm going to. I mean, this is no performance. This is no persuasion. Well, maybe it's persuasion. I don't know. But this is. I'm going to tell them the absolute truth. So no deception, no nothing. I'm just
Never
going
mind.
to say.
He not gonna act.
I sit. Okay, you'll get your turn, Berg.
I'm sorry, I'll shut up if you want me to shut up.
Like, I need to keep this rage going, so let's go.
Berg's punching himself in the face, going full Kylo Ren. Technically, you can do that if you want to maintain your rage. If you have a one-handed weapon, you can just punch yourself and take damage.
You ever
a
seen
thing.
football players, man? They do that shit all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
They're
keeping
like,
yourself fired up is a thing. Yeah. Totally
Anyway.
within your rights.
I get up on my knees and I say, "My comrades are in there. Captain or High Commander Farsad. He ascended the ranks because he was possessed by a demon." Now, is saying Mara, is that taboo, not allowed, kind of a thing?
It depends on who you are.
Okay.
It depends on like the culture. Some
then-
cultures are like, we don't even say it. Others, it's like, no, you give it power by pretending that it has it.
Okay.
It would be up to you.
I'll drop it on him to give it weight. Like, Farsad, High Commander Farsad was possessed by a demon. The Mara. Mara took a hold of him, his body and his mind, and he ascended the ranks because of it. That's how he was able to become the commander.
Your boss was a devil worshiper. It's such a gamble because you don't know anything about this guy or like his relationship to Farsad.
Yeah. All you must do is look. The demon made its way out of his body via his chest. This is the result.
So let's have you roll a persuade check. You're not at disadvantage anymore.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Holy
All right.
shit.
So while the other guy has a sword pointed at you, this guard says, "Well, then if what you say is true, justice will find you innocent of what it looks like you did here." And you can see him, he's reaching for a set of manacles hanging from his belt. So he's not going to be like, they killed the Farsad, let's kill him. He's like, yo, do justice, we'll work it out, but you are under the fuck arrest. He hasn't gotten a chance to act yet, though. He's just moving towards the manacles to be like, all right, I'm going to arrest your ass. We're going to talk about this.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Can I see Mod anywhere?
You cannot, no.
Okay. There was I'm not making any move to do anything. There was a girl, small girl, about this tall. She was with me.
All right,
I've seen her.
all right. You can tell us all about it later. And you just like putting your hand out, like, calm down, stop talking, just relax. He hears you, but he's just like, shush it up.
Well, then I yell Maud's name. Maud!
Okay, all right. He's starting to get a little annoyed. Like, stop yelling. We're just gonna arrest you. Stop resisting. But he's not gonna, start pummeling you yet. It doesn't seem like you're still sitting down, right? I would advise against standing up in this case.
Yeah, no, I'm still sitting down. I'm putting my arms like out for him while I'm yelling,
Okay.
Maud!
All right. So the other guard is looking back at these two, and he's like, basically they're going to go into the room. But meanwhile, Berg, it is your turn. You hear Kalimat shouting, Maud.
Okay. Yeah, I guess Berg's
Begins
gonna walk over
begins
there.
to rain heavily. Okay, so you're gonna let your rage end.
So that's I don't think I've ever done that. I can just punch myself.
It's a bonus. If you want to keep the rage going, yes, you can make an unarmed attack against yourself, basically. I don't know if there's like a rule for that anywhere, but you are allowed to, like, if you're willing to just take damage.
Right?
Basically,
Is it
as long as you, but it takes an action, so you can move and take your action to hit yourself. Right? It's not free. You don't do it. You don't just do it for free.
Well,
Start hitting yourself, Berg. And yes, it is free. Like you
we're
take
not
half
trying to
damage.
kill these people. That's only going to be worse, right? Like, we're in their fucking barracks, so that doesn't make sense. So yeah, Berg would let the rage dissipate. He's still got 2 to burn, so he's all right. Yeah, all right. He's gonna let that dissipate, and then
Okay.
And then I think turn to Ramus and be like,
Kali, seems like he's in trouble. Voices outside. Guards, maybe. What do we do?
I mean, if
Well,
you
we
look,
just-
you can see this guard pointing a sword at a big two-handed sword at Kalimat.
yeah, I know. I'm
Well,
still conferring with Ramus just to see what he thinks.
We just killed their leader. They're gonna want to ask us about that and probably kill us, but I don't know. It
We
looks
can't
like
fight.
Callie's giving up. I don't think we can kill them all.
Nor do I think it would be wise.
I think that's when Berg lets his rage fail. He's just like,
Yeah, you can feel it dissipating.
yeah.
Here we go.
Okay.
Berg starts lumbering over, like, weapon not drawn.
Okay.
He comes over.
Okay.
Hi.
I guess we'll wait for the initiative to die down.
Yeah. Okay.
Is the initiative still up, or are we just? I mean, I was.
Yeah, we want to go. We're gonna go in order here. So these guards approach. You can see more guards showing up, and I guess they can go through their friends. So they come out into the room, and Berg they stop and they point spears at you. They're like, one of them she says, "No further, half orc. Drop your weapon," and points the spear at you.
Yeah, Berg complies. He drops his weapon
Yeah.
and
Okay.
says, like,
Basically, I want to give everybody a chance to choose whether they're surrendering or doing something like different and fancy. So the guards move in and they're gonna hold their action, but they're pointing their spears at Berg.
you know what? Berg's
Sully-
like, Berg's. Before you end my turn, like, Berg's gonna try to broker a deal here. He's like,
I drop my weapon. You don't put shackles on me.
I mean, that's not how it's gonna work, unfortunately.
he's gonna try.
Yeah, so you're saying that you're like, don't shackle me, don't do it. They're
Take
hearing
it, bro.
you, but they're doing that cop thing where they're just yelling at you, like, drop your weapon, get down on your knees, and yelling so you can't get a word in edgewise. Sully and
see-
Ramus, either of you can take your turn.
Ramus,
Yeah.
you go ahead.
All right.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna do my turn to just examining his body, just seeing, like, noticing, like, what, like, looking at his cavity, like what was in there, if I could see if anything. Yeah.
The guards are like,
Would you like to search this cavity of his?
Yeah. Just want to look. at it and see like why that happened, because it shouldn't have happened.
Okay. What kind of check would you like to make here? Like a medicine check, or like are you looking for like physical evidence, or?
Yeah, like if I could tell like what was in there, like this, like when it came out, like what it was.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Make a medicine check. You're still poisoned, so it's a disadvantage. Make a medicine check.
Okay. Whoa.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It's a mess in there. It's all necrotized, and like you can see the slippery mass of his intestines, and like his chest is broken open. His lungs are kind of like shredded, and wherever his heart was, that's where the thing like emerged from. So there's little bits of like you'd have to get him on a table and like cut him up and like do a better look at it. But right now, it just looks like a slime grenade went off inside of him. It's not good. But you do recover from the poison. Ironically, seeing that horrible sight, you kind of feel better, like, because that could be you, so you're fine.
At least I'm not feeling that. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, and then Sully, what are you doing on this turn?
Man, there's a lot of different things I want to try, but I don't know if any of them will work. So I kind of just want to. Are they like approaching me at all? I know they have their weapons.
This guard is looking at you, and they're addressing both Berg because he's the closest, but everyone in the room. Like, you don't have a visible weapon, so they're just shouting like, "Drop your weapons! Everybody, get down on your knees! You're all under arrest."
And from what I've heard, no one's lied yet. Correct?
You did not hear what Kalimat said to them outside, so you don't know if he's got a con going, but right now, yeah, they just are arresting you, or they want to at least.
Yeah, okay. I don't do anything. I just put my staff on the ground and sit there and put my hands up.
Okay.
I don't say anything.
All right. Okay. So, Kalimat, unless you are resisting, this officer grabs you, not roughly, but firmly, picks you up, turns you around, and slaps the manacles on you. You hear the click of a key in them, so you have your hands like behind your back. And he takes your weapon belt and throws it on the floor to be recovered later. Takes off your backpack, basically like strips you down. Now, are you hiding anything? Do you have like a knife hidden on you or something? You got anything on you that could stick them or no? Okay.
Nope. That's very, very cop-like, though. You got anything in there? Got anything that's gonna stick me or poke me?
Yeah.
Anything I'm gonna cut myself on? Yeah. I was mostly asking because of all the characters in the party, you would be the one I would allow to have pre-made a sleight of hand check to have like a weapon hidden on you somewhere. But
right, no, I'm definitely going to try and I will keep my eyes open to see if I absolutely need to sleight of hand his keys from him.
Yeah.
At some point, but I won't do it yet.
Okay, so he shackles you up.
I'm not resisting, but I do start like calling Ramus. The guards have me shackled. Don't do anything to harm. Don't do anything to defend me or defend yourself. I think they just need to know the truth. Ramus, I think that you can make them believe us.
So, as you're talking, you put the real subtle. This is the equivalent of the scene of being like, they're trashing our rights. They're crashing.
There can be no subtlety here because they're not going to know what I'm talking about.
So the other guard comes in, and Berg, you see him, and he's got the manacles in his hands, and he comes up to you, and he's like, all right, hands clear your weapons. I'm going to take what you've got on you. I'm going to put you in these shackles, and we're taking you down to the dungeon. We're going to get all this sorted out. And Berg, he's looking at you like, can you put your hands out?
Berg, just listen to him, Berg.
Okay, so you like put your hands out, and you feel the shackles tighten around your wrists, and he nods. He's like, good boy, that'll do. And and I think he shackles one in front, and then pulls around behind you, shackles your wrist behind you, and takes you out into the hallway with your buddy Kalimat. Okay. The other guards, they approach to do the same to Ramus and Sully. Do either of you resist at all, or do we cut to the like being in the prison?
I think I'll just go with them.
Do they have manacles
Sully?
big enough for turtles?
Yeah, they're size adjustable. And this is the city of Brass, man. They got to arrest all kinds of
that's
people like
true.
ogres
Okay.
and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I go.
All right. So you get to keep your clothes. You like leather armor or lighter. You could keep. Like, Kalimot, what kind of armor are you wearing?
Leather.
It's leather, not like studded leather?
Oh, it is studded leather.
Okay. I think studded leather is probably fine too. They don't strip you of that because it's enough like clothes. It's like heavy clothes, but yeah. So they strip you of your armor and your weapons. They take your bags from you. They don't take jewelry. So if you're wearing any rings, Ramus, for example, or like necklaces, they don't take those. They don't know enough about you to know that you like need to get put in the special cell where the magic stuff goes. But they know that you're armed individuals, and so they take your weapons and your shield and your armor, but and your gear, but nothing more serious than that. And we fade. Yeah, sorry.
No, I tell one of the guards, if I may, we travel with one of your own. Sergeant Ujala, in the room, saw everything. Please, ask her what happened, and she will tell you exactly what I have told you.
And he's just, you're talking to him while he's like processing you, and he's saying like, don't worry, justice will be served one way or another. We'll talk to everybody that needs talking to. And he takes all your stuff away. They shackle you up. They unshackle you when they put you into a cell. You're somewhere in the like the sub basement below the Scarlet Fortress, in a largish cell. It probably would be a mistake to put more than 4 people in here. They don't keep prisoners down here very often. This isn't a prison. This is just the place they keep you till you get sentenced. And the 4 of you find yourselves alone down here in the dankness.
As they're pushing me in, please, if you find a girl, she answers to the name Maud. She's this tall. I describe her. Please tell her to stay safe. Tell her that I'm okay. Kalimot is my name. Tell her that I'm okay. I will find her.
Make a persuade check.
Okay.
Hey,
20.
not bad.
Okay. Yeah, one of the guards. He's a man. He's not from the Court of Wands. He's probably like a full foot shorter than everybody else, but he makes up for it in width. A big dude, and he's got these tattoos that come up out of his clothes. These kind of like black line tattoos, and he has a couple on his face too. When you say that, he stops and he looks at you, and he just gives you a nod, like, okay, you don't have to worry. Like, this sucks for you, I'm sure. And if you did something bad, you belong down here. But he hears you. You see that look in his eyes of like, he'll see if he can find this person. And then the 4 of you are alone, right? Because they're walking away.
Oh, before he goes, I just look at him and I say thank you.
Yeah, he just gives you a look like, we're not friends. I heard you, but don't try that shit with me.
Yeah, that's fine. I just wanted his name. No big deal.
Yeah. I mean, you can learn it later, but for right now, he's just gonna like try and keep his distance.
No worries.
Okay. All right. So he leaves. So the group of you are you're alone now in this dank cell somewhere below the Scarlet Fortress. What do you do?
Cry.
Yeah, I mean, you're not shackled anymore. I mean, Berg, what does it look like? You're sitting in the
Just sitting there, like, staring at the dirt, waiting. Not making really any eye contact with anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I pick a corner and just settle down.
Okay. So you just like hang out and wait until somebody comes to rescue you? Nobody talks to anybody else?
I don't know if anyone else talks, but Berg's just like Here I am again in a cell. Always happens.
Yeah, the last time you were in like a cell like this was before. Yeah, before we even saw you, right? The being in prison was what got you in this mess in the first place. And maybe you're seeing this all string out the same way. 10 plus years ago, you were a prisoner in the Court of Swords, and that led to you being sentenced to servitude, right? Getting the bracer slapped on you, and here's another bad thing to add to the list. You've been set back. You don't even have the fake freedom that the tower gave you. You're literally like locked in this room again.
Berg's also thinking about the fact that he had a bracer and a rod on him.
Yeah. Yeah, the implements of enslavement.
Yeah, slight implementation. What? Am I talking stupid?
Implication.
Implications. Why am I saying implementations?
I don't know.
Implemented and implication together. Implementations.
Yeah. It's good. Good role playing. Mark inspiration for that. It's good
Christ.
job.
Sometimes you get so wrapped up in the character.
Obviously you're playing Berg.
Go
it's
full
fine.
stupid. All right.
Yeah.
Implications. Yeah. It's good.
Cool.
Yeah, that's not going to look very good.
Should have left it with me.
No, it doesn't bode well for. I think whoever that was on was going to be in some bad shit because it's going to look like an escaped slave.
I can explain it though too. There's only one way for that shit to come off. So, anyways, I think unless they're saying anything or we're having any sort of talking, Berg's not saying anything. He's just lost in thought, reflecting on the last time he was in prison.
Well, at least this time we have the truth on our side. However much good that'll do us.
You hear my head knock back against one of the corner that I'm in. I just fall asleep or try to.
Do that thing where you pretend that you're asleep so hard that hopefully it'll happen.
Yeah, that's the goal. Exactly.
Okay.
If they don't believe us, they're going to murder us all. You know that, right?
There's a lot of evidence on our side. Plus, Ujala is not in here with us. So, I'm assuming that if she wasn't too upset about you making her drink piss, she might
made her stronger.
I hesitate to ask why you would do something like that just for the hell of it. It didn't seem like it benefited our cause in any way. Except, I guess, well, indirectly, it saved her life, and now she might be able to exonerate us. So, I guess, fuck you and thank you, Ramus.
Well, to be honest, she didn't seem like she was 100% sold on killing herself. I wanted to make her regret it. And I wanted to see her drink my pee, which was hilarious. For a minute.
Well, do you think that at some point you could use that word you used on Kukrit to make them believe our story?
Doesn't exactly work like that. Okay. It's a brief. It only lasts for a few seconds, and it's a powerful, magical charm that makes them do something they normally wouldn't. Very short amounts. It has to be a very precise thing they do. Perhaps the wizard has something to control minds. Do you have anything, Sully?
Still pretending I'm asleep. I don't answer back.
I know you're awake. I have 20 wisdom, damn it.
Means he's very wise.
I mean, make a performance check, Sullyava.
Okay.
And Ramus, make an insight check to oppose it.
Let me give you a DC. A big old 8. You have like a +7, yeah.
26.
You could definitely tell he's faking it.
You just.
It sounds like the fakest sleep snore ever. So what do you say?
I'm like, I know you're awake, Sully. Don't even try.
I open like one eye, the eye that the sound is coming from on that side of the room. Yes, I need a couple hours, though. There's not much we can do except sleep. That's what I was attempting to do.
Well, we can discuss what we're going to say to them once they come back for us. Are we all agreed that we'll all tell the truth so our stories match up?
The truth works. That's why I didn't say
Yes,
anything
we'll
when
tell
they
the
walked
truth, but would you believe yourself if you told yourself what happened?
After seeing what I've seen the past few days, I'd be hard pressed not to believe anything.
Mm-hmm.
These are
does
weird,
concern me,
strange
though,
times.
Why the Mara seem to be helping the Farang? Do you think they'd be more concerned about this?
Do we know all that much about the Farang?
We don't
If
really.
it furthers their goal or gets them closer to their goal, I'd assume they would enlist the help of anybody. Either that or it's the Mara's goal and they enlisted the Farang.
Both eyes closed, I say, we had something or someone or something, I guess is a better way that we could have asked all these questions. But anyways, I'm falling asleep now. No more questions, please.
Trying to rest shortly.
Yeah, if you want to try to take a short rest in this uncomfortable dungeon, you certainly can. You can do that. A longer type of a rest will require some effort. Like there'll be a roll to see if you can succeed at long rest.
I'm gonna try a long rest.
Yeah, I mean, you all have to kind of do it together so we can keep time. But does everybody want to try to take a long rest?
That works for me.
I mean, if it's uninterrupted by, guards coming down, but yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll be more like can you be comfortable enough? They'll leave you in here while they do their own investigation for a while. There'll be time enough for a long
makes
rest.
sense that they're trying to sort shit out, so we can attempt the long rest. I'd love to.
Okay. You can make a Constitution saving throw. Everybody can make one. How hard is it to get a long rest in here? Not that hard. Let's call it DC 12. If you succeed, you get the effect. You get the effect of a long rest. Sorry, Berg.
I'm never gonna be able to long rest. When's the last time?
I'm so sorry, Berg.
It's been about 2
It's only
months.
DC 12.
At the tower.
DC 12. If you get it, you get a long rest. If you fail, you don't. There's no rest. You could still take a short. You could have the effects of a short rest if you want. But yeah, why is it, Berg, that you can't? Is it that you're haunted by nightmares of the last time you were imprisoned, or is this just like?
Yeah, I think it's a combination of that and
Saw that bracer, man. You're tilted.
replaying the what happened with the bracer.
And you don't know
processing.
where Maud is, right? Like she's out of your hands.
It's just like I failed the girl. The bracer is still around. I'm back in prison. Like that's just all replaying. Everything that Maud being gone. All the events of the day are replaying. Sally having that. Just everything. It's just too much for him to clear his mind and eventually fall asleep, even with the exhaustion. Well, a long sleep anyways. He wakes back up and it's just real bad sleep. Which is all that Berg gets anyways. It might as well just be called normal sleep for Berg.
Yeah. You don't get to rest. Your life is rough. It's a rough scene. So haunted by specters of your past, you cannot rest in this prison. Everybody else, you get your full health back. Now, here is a question. Currently, they don't know that Sully and Ramus are like spellcasters.
Yeah.
But if you memorize your spell, you can't memorize your spells. You don't have your spell book. You can't prepare your spells. You don't have access to them. So you get your health, but not your spells back. Ramus, you can pray, but then they'll know, which is okay, but they'll know.
Okay.
That is a thing for wizards, right? 5e didn't just like hand wave that back to you for free.
I'm pretty sure you have to have your spell book to prepare your spells, yeah. Oh no, it's to change spells. You have to go to your spell book. You still keep the same spells every night.
Preparing, you don't lose them. Preparing new spells, yes. Preparing a new list of wizard spells prevents time spent in your spell book.
And exhaustion is only
never spent.
recovered by long, right?
Yeah.
You can't change spells, but you get the slots.
I have 4 hit die that I'm going to spend now. My last.
So I get spell slots, but okay. So yeah, I
You
don't
can't
spells.
change the spells you have prepared.
I never change spells anyways because I have
Got it.
rituals on every
That's
other slot.
dumb.
God.
I don't like that. That's a stupid roll. But whatever. That's how it goes. Okay. All right. Well, the thing is, yeah, like normally the reason why it's important is because you have to take care of your spell book, and in exact situations like this, having it taken away from you does like nerf you. But now that doesn't matter. Now your spell book barely matters at all, except if you want to change what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
This rolls.
Got it. I disagree with it, but it's fine. It's a balance thing. Okay, so you get some hit points back, Berg, but you're running out of hit dice.
It'll use my last.
Yeah.
So that's the last time I'll be able to heal for any sort of rest because we know I'm not going to get a long rest.
All right.
So they'll figure out, obviously, eventually when they go through your stuff, which is not high priority for them right now. When they go through your stuff, they'll figure out that you have a spell book and you're either someone who stole a spell book or you're probably a wizard. They'll figure that out. And then Ramus, like carrying a holy symbol and being like familiar with the priesthood and stuff is no big deal. But yeah, if you pray for spells, someone will notice and pass it along and be like, we need to keep an eye on them. But yeah, I think that's probably a good place to take a break while the characters are resting, time passes, etc.
Cool.
Do that.
That'll work. We'll take a break. We'll come back and head into the second part here of week 67 of Court of Swords. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more. We'll see you then.